Well, hello, coconuts, and welcome in. Special shout out to the YouTube coconuts watching the replay. We love you. Today, we are starting a fresh page. Did I finish the calendar page? No. But did I feel like coloring her? No. I just have the background left, and I don't want to waste time of our precious live minutes together. So I figured we could just start a new page because we only have today and tomorrow. So I've colored her in the past, but it was like a year ago. So I feel like it's time to give an updated, and this was the page that caught my eye. I flipped through, I was going through my mini fall book to see if there's anything in here that I felt like coloring, and there really wasn't anything that was catching my eye. I didn't feel like doing volume 8. So I ended up going with this page. And I did this in the mini book before. And that's super cute. So I want to do something that doesn't look like this. You know what I mean? Switch it up for the big book. Okay. Thank you. I love you too. So I'm thinking I want to give her vitiligo right off the bat because I haven't done that yet this year. And I want to do some of that. So let me go to Pinterest and pull up some references. And we can, for anyone who is new to Coco, you guys can see how I do vitiligo when I color. I like to use references, especially when I'm doing something like vitiligo, because I don't want to just be putting spots anywhere and it's not realistic. There's so much AI on Pinterest, my goodness. Can I get a real human, please? Please and thank you. So I know it's usually like around the eyes and mouth is where it usually starts. So I'll probably do something along those lines. All right. So let's get you guys in formation. Hey y'all, welcome in. So I'm gonna do vitiligo for her. So I'm just gonna take a super light pencil and come in and start kind of outlining where I want the lighter spots to be versus the darker spots. So I know a lot of it is around the eyes, mouth, hands. You can get some, like, usually it seems like where there's a lot of movement is where I tend to see the spots appear on people just looking at these references. I don't know if that's actually scientifically true, but for these purposes, that is a pattern I am recognizing. Will I be able to see this? Who knows? So I'm gonna just outline some shapes. I'm using burnt ochre, I believe, in 10%. Yes, that is correct. And then come around the sides of the nose. Down around the mouth. Okay. And I'm just outlining where these lighter colors are going to be. So maybe up into the bottom of the nose. And then back out like that. And maybe one here. And a lot of times it's also pretty symmetrical, which I think is very beautiful. Okay. So do they have any neck references? Looks like not a ton. like it might come up and kind of be right here. And I'm just looking at Pinterest and just putting together a bunch of like different references together to create our own thing here. So I see some around the crease of the arm. Okay. And then the hands, looks like the hands can be pretty much all light. So I might actually make this the light part and this the dark part. Okay. I feel like that's a good amount of coverage there. So I'm gonna go in with my light color first. So I gotta find what I want it to be. I think a Copic might be good for this. I'm gonna go in with Cotton Pearl. And this is a Copic marker. And I'm going to fill in those lighter spots that we just outlined. This will make it easier for us to see what's going on, so we don't accidentally skip over any sections when we do the darker color. This is from the Valentine's Day book, volume 6. So let me see, is this in stock on TikTok? Let us see. It is. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pin this for you guys. Pinned. 3, 2, 1. There it is. It should pop up somewhere around there. Okay. The color pencil outline also helps us with bleeding. It will catch some of the ink from spilling out, which is nice. Fill in the chin. Okay. And tomorrow is pet day. It is. That's beautiful. Alright. Oh, the hands, I'm doing the opposite, so let me do that after. No, I wouldn't say we gave up on Ola. One marker suddenly, tragically passed away, but the rest seem to be holding up strong. I might actually use the chocolate color for the darker parts of this one. But I've used my Olos, I think, at least a couple markers in everything I've colored since I've gotten them, and that was the only marker that called out a little early. Hey, Ellen. The squeaks. Oh my goodness, the squeaks. Okay. All right, all spots accounted for. Yes, ma'am. chocolate. But if this marker dies, if this here marker dies, while I'm using it, I will crash out. Most certainly. All right. So I'm gonna come in with chocolate by Olo. And I'm going to come in and do the deeper parts. Of the skin tone. Very chocolatey, honey. Very much so. Stunning. A nice rich chocolate. So we gotta be very careful around these lighter parts. Like I said, the color pencil outline will help us a little bit, give us a little grace. But we're gonna come back in with a dark color pencil and sharpen up some of those lines too. Leave the shadow, or leave the eyelid for shadow, I mean. I found my passion for coloring about 2 years ago, maybe 2.5. I actually made my first coloring book before I started coloring, so I always had a passion for art and drawing. Made a coloring book, and then I was like, well, should color in it, I guess. That makes sense to me. And then I fell in love with it, and I was like, wait. This is fun too. I still like drawing above coloring, I would say. But drawing feels more like work. Coloring feels more like play. If that makes sense. But even when I draw digitally, like when it's time to color, I'm like, I'd rather just draw something else. I don't want to color this picture. I like it as a sketch. But coloring has helped me a lot with my digital coloring as well. Leaving that eyelid open again. What's always interesting is laying out how to do the shadows and highlights with the two different complexions mixed together, because I can't use the same color to shade and highlight for both sections, so I have to like continue the shadow with a different color when I go from the dark color to the light. So, and I never remember how I do it. Every time I do someone with vitiligo, I'm like, how did I do that last time? I'm probably creating new ways every time. Yeah, this marker is still doing good, very juicy. Love that for us. The finish is just so flat and smooth. They can't make me hate you yet, Olo. I'm not there yet. I still love you, girl. I'm sorry. But don't you ever quit on me like that again, girl. In front of company. How embarrassing. All right. These are Olo markers. OLO. I haven't linked them yet in my bio or anything because I wasn't exactly sure how I felt about them yet. I've only used them a little here and there. And I did have one spontaneously die on me. So I don't want to vouch for them just yet. Just want to spend a little more time with them. All right. It's okay if it bleeds into the other areas because we have solutions. We don't need to worry about such frivolous things like staying in the lines. We do what we want. And we fix it later. Hey, Ashley. Hey, how you doing? I'm using Olo markers, OLO. Every time I look up to the comments, that's the same question asked. So sorry if I'm on repeat, y'all. I'm missing a lot of comments. Trying to stay focused. I'm using just back and forth scrubbing motions. Seems to give me a nice even finish. While also covering a lot of ground at once. Because what I don't want is to spend even more time than I need to, because you already know I take forever. So I want to be sitting here doing little circles on top of that. Thank you, thank you. Hey, dude. Just keeping a nice even pressure across. If I see any light spots, I just go over it. Yay! We did the shoulder. Now I'm gonna come in. So these markers are dual-ended. You can customize what color you want at each end because they come with these connectors. I can show you guys in a sec. Okay, so they actually come as these little shorties, right? So it comes like this. It's smaller than a Fenty lip gloss. Okay, we already have our reference here. It is tiny. But then you take one of these connectors that it comes with. It comes with a baggie full of connectors. And then you can pick what color you think looks nice with it on the other end. So you could be like, oh, highlight and shade color. These look good together. You screw this in. Screw this in. And then you have a full-length marker. A Go-Go Gadget Extendo marker. So it's cool. It's very cool. I wanted to not like them. I was so ready to clown them, but I like them, unfortunately. All right, I'm gonna come back in with chocolate and just start to do some outlining of basic shadows. But how do I know where to put the shadows? Just stop typing, I got you. Pull up a reference picture, or you can use, I use an intuition, but I've been coloring for a long time. And I like to pretty much go around the outside. Anywhere there's like something overlapping, like her hair is overlapping right here. So there's something that would cast a shadow onto the skin. But the easiest way is to go on Pinterest and look up a reference if you want it to be accurate. If you're here for the vibes, you can just pretty much put it wherever there's something overlapping, something touching the skin. The edges are always nice. Like, you know, back in the day when we used to color when we were kids, you know, you just outline the outside in like a darker color. And you'd be like, damn, Picasso, I like it. Picasso, I like it, you know? But it doesn't have to be anything super specific. But if you go look at a picture with a lighting source that you like, you can use that as a guide. And you don't have to do it exactly. It can just tell you like, okay, this side is darker. This side is where the light is hitting. I need a highlight on the cheekbone, highlight in the corner of the nose, highlight along the forehead. This side will be in shadow. Like, get the basics. So I'm only shading with the chocolate in the chocolate areas. So I don't want to use this to shade in those cotton pearl areas that we laid down first, because that will look absolutely nuts. I'm working on a coloring book of yours. Is it okay for me to post a flip through when I finish? Of course. Of course. Show us your work. All right. I'm gonna make the executive decision that this is her skin peeking through this little part in her hair. Now, just outlining, tracing right along the edge of that hair. In between these digits, these phalanges. Okay, I'll say this for Coco every time she's online, bring a pen and pad. Hello? Because this is the class. Hello? This is where it all goes down. I am here for you. This coloring book is actually linked right here. If you are somewhere where you get the TikTok shop, and then the link in my bio has my website where you can find the different volumes of the coloring books. Okay, very clean. Stunning. All right, so I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use the cotton pearl to shade on top of itself, or if I just want to go a little bit darker, because I don't know if the cotton pearl is going to be dark enough. She does as much as possible until around 11, then we get hung up on facts. Purr. All right, this is using the same color that we did for the lighter sections. I just want to see if I can get any real value difference or if I need to go darker. See, I don't like what it's doing. So let's just go darker. So the base I used here was cotton pearl. And that was a Copic marker. So I'm going to come in, and I do need to hang up on you. Okay, purr. I'm going to try barley beige. Come in. And start to add more dimension in these lighter sections. Dial tone. Boop. Alright. I still like, for coloring, I think I like Ohuhu better for coloring in this kind of style. For if I was making like an illustration, like a fashion illustration or like artwork, not using like a ton of ink the way I do in a coloring book, because it's a little bit different in terms of the method. I would say I like Copic better. Because it's almost like a painterly marker, if that makes sense. All right, thank you, Ashley. Okay, that looks great. All right, I'm going to do her lips now. This is gonna be Valentine's vibes, so I think a red lip will be pretty. So I'm gonna come in with the Cali Art Geranium. And actually I think I wanna line her lips for the same reason that I lined those spots, to try and catch any of that bleed, because the mouth area is a lighter complexion. So we're gonna do a little lip liner, you know. Just a little lip liner with a Caran d'Ache in the color Crimson. Crimson something. Alizarian. Girl, I added way too many syllables. I ain't got time. Okay. I'm trying to make it like a little thicker. We're building up kind of a border of protection to keep this ink inside. Sweep that away and come back with geranium. Again, this is Cali Art geranium, not Ohuhu geranium. Two different colors. Super light pressure. Super light pressure here. Thank you guys for the follows. If you are not following already, make sure you do that. If you are following, make sure you also follow me somewhere else, just in case they disconnect the line. Okay. I heard April 5th is the date. If they don't have everything sorted out by then, we get booted back off, from what I've heard, okay? You ain't hear it from me. All right. Beautiful, stunning. I do have lots of lives on YouTube. I have lots of hours and hours, like probably 100 hours worth of lives on YouTube. What paper are you coloring books made with? They are made with, let me think. Uncoated matte 120 pound white, bright white paper. I'm trying to picture an invoice in my head from my printer and what it says on there. I think that's what it says. Oh my God, I'm back. What you mean? Back from where? Were you banned or shadow banned? Neither. My numbers are up. I have 9 volumes. Your phone was buffering. Yes, I was answering you. You asked if I have videos on YouTube or my lives on YouTube. Yes, I have like 100 hours worth of lives on YouTube. You couldn't find my videos anywhere. That's crazy. The live from last night is still uploading. I've been having this issue again where it takes like 6 days for a video to upload because they're just so long, and it's going through all the music and trying to make sure there's no copyright, and it just takes forever. Okay. We did that. I think I want to do her hair next. I want this to be, let's look at Valentine's Day color palettes and see if there's any unexpected combos that tickle my fancy. If not, I'm going straight Valentine's lovey-dovey vibe. Let's see what Pinterest got for me. Standard, yep. Classic, yep. 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 Standard. All right. So, as suspected. So I think I'm gonna do like a pinkish berry color for her locks. But more on the pink side because I did her locks kind of like a berry purple here when I did the miniature. So I'm thinking more on the pink side. Okay. So you know, we layer lots of colors together. So I'm just pulling to see what the vibes are going to be. And the notifications never, they never want to listen to me. And the crazy thing is, I don't get notifications for other people either. So maybe it's a TikTok issue. I get notifications for people I didn't ask for. I'm like, this person is live? Okay, and who is this? I didn't ask for that. All right. I found the base color I want to use, but I'm trying to find my shading color I want to use. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Alright, we might just start with this and then... Oh, that's cute. Okay. So I'm going to come in with Rose Red R6. Because I want the background to be kind of like pastel and light. So I want her tones to be a little more deeper and more vibrant so that there's contrast in the foreground versus the background. So we're going to come in with Rose Red. Let me do a little sample. I want it to be a little more berry though. Like a little more. But I guess when I put the color on top, let's go with it. Because we know there's going to be 75 layers anyway. This ain't even going to be the color it looks like at the end of the day. So, coming in, and I'm just kind of doing like these sweeping motions. And then I'm just doing a little baby test. I should have let it dry more because it's just going to blend out. Test lock. Okay. So I'm going to blend together because I didn't wait. But I need to see what I'm doing here. Not dark enough. Don't have it dark enough. I think I saw Don Don's here. Hi, Don Don. And yeah, okay. Got it. Get it, got it good. I'm good. So this color is Rose Red. It's a very like fruity tooty raspberry sorbet kind of color. Thank you for the nail, love. I get my nails done tomorrow. I have no idea what my next set is gonna be, but I will show you guys when I come back tomorrow. So you don't have to do it like this. You could just really fill it all in and then just go over it with a lighter colored pencil to get that brightness in the middle. I'm just experimenting. See what I like. Using very light pressure when I'm in these like sensitive areas. So I know they don't look like it, but they do. You know, you see the growth. But what happens with me, because I'm just so rough, just so rough on my hands, I'm always doing something. If I go like too long, they'll start to lift up. So I was on a 3-week schedule and I was having nails lifting. So we cut it down to 2.5. And my girl is busy, okay? She's in school. She has another job. She's a nurse. So I gotta get in when I can get in. That's what it really comes down to. One time I got there and I was like, no, I feel like I literally was just here. Like, this is kind of crazy. When I had my nails that I had for LA, I was like, nah, I was literally just here, bro. Just here. She was like, come back Sunday. I said, period. These nails are fresh. And I loved that set. I wasn't ready to let her go. I wasn't ready. I'm using a bunch of different kinds of markers. Right now I'm using an Ohuhu marker, but I've used Copic, Olo, and Cali Art all in the same picture. Yay! Just purchased one today. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy it. Which one did you get? Alright. And whoops, went into the gold over there. Volume 2. Ooh, Christmas edition. I was just thinking today, I'm like, I either need to go back to Christmas or just get to summertime. I can't do this cold winter snow and nothing to look forward to business. Something gotta give. And it's supposed to storm again this weekend here. Tomorrow, no, Saturday and Sunday, I believe. I can't take it. I like, please. The summer edition is your favorite? I think mine is volume 8, the portrait edition. Every time I look at her, I'm like, wow. 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 I'm from New York, upstate. Gotta clarify. And the snow is snowing. Oh, I'd love to hear that, Ari. We're supposed to be going to Massachusetts this weekend. Hopefully we don't get snowed in because my baby, my niece, who was just born yesterday, y'all remember my niece when she was born? Yes, she turns 1 on Sunday. Like, are we okay? How is that possible? It's not right. It's not right. She's turning 1. She's turning 1. Rhode Island here. Oh, my sister-in-law lives like very close to Providence, but still in Mass. Thank you for the nail love. Yeah, she's literally turning 1. I can't believe it. She's up, she's bouncing around, she's talking. She's talking about baby, baby. She always pointing at somebody else talking about their baby. Girl. She calls me T T T T T T. I'm like, that's right. So I can't wait to see her. She's been giving me a lot of attitude on FaceTime. Not sure what that's about, but she gonna have to see me about that face to face. Cause what was all that lip you was talking about on FaceTime? Hanging up on me, all that? Yeah. You gonna have to answer to TT about that. Okay? And also, I got you lots of gifts. Is that Mr. Coco's sister? Your sister? I'm an only child, so it's my husband's sister. All of his sisters are my only sisters, and they are truly my sisters. Truly. I'm like, wow, this is great. This is lovely. It's 3 a.m. for you? Oh, boy. Well, you know what? I'm not going to be able to finish this tonight, likely. So when you come back tomorrow, you'll be able to see more of what it's going to look like when it's finished. And, you can get some sleep now. Don't let the FOMO keep you up. You got to have a productive day tomorrow. Your god twins, I love that. Turned 18. Damn. That's wild. It happens so fast. I'm still trying to get over how Michael is 7. I'm like, that's not possible. I was just pregnant last summer. You can't be 7 going on 8. It's impossible. You gonna blink, he'll be 10. I know he's basically 10 now. My dad does this thing where he'll be like, wow, can you believe Michael's gonna be 9 next year? I'm like, why do you do that? Because Michael is 7 right now, but he's gonna turn 8 in the summer, and then he'll be 9 next year. But the jump from the fact that he's 7 right now and you're talking about he's going to be 9 next year is very offensive to me. That's very offensive. Michael was asked to model today for his soccer training program. They're coming out with like new merch and products and everything. And I didn't realize like it was like a bigger brand. Like I thought it was like a local thing, but I guess they have branches all over. So he's going to be a little model on the website, wearing the clothes. We went to the photo shoot today. His little missing teeth. They were like, oh my God. They're like, you're good at soccer, but this might be what you need to do going forward. And he was gassed all the way up. So gassed. So I vlogged a little bit while I was there too, so you guys could see. He was having a good old time. He was acting like a little bit shy at first because they were trying to get him to loosen up, and like they wanted him to like basically growl at the camera. Like, yeah, like one of those like, athletic grunts. He was like, yeah, He's like, I'd rather dance. They're like, okay, that's fine. So he starts breakdancing, flossing. So Michael the model. GQ Mike, that's what they call him. They're like, okay, do a straight face. Then he did his little model face. They're like, oh. I said, I've never seen that before. Okay. We were practicing on the way there. So it seemed to pay off. Did you have her with vitiligo, or did you do that with the colors? Oh, did the page have her with? I did that with the colors. I don't draw the pages with vitiligo because I don't want there to be a visible line, like a black line or even a gray line going through the face. So when I draw these, I don't usually include that. And I just go ahead and add it in on the pages. And it's always interesting to see what pages people use to give like different kinds of complexions to. So I'm like, ooh, I really want to do a side profile with vitiligo. because I think I've always done front facing or 3/4. So, because from what I've seen in the references, a lot of the vitiligo is focused on the center of the face. So you would only get like little sneak peeks of it, and I think that would be interesting to try. Dot on is actually not hard. Like, at your skill level, you definitely can do it. You can, girl. I've seen what you can do. It's not really that different in terms of like what you have to do complexion wise. It's just drawing those little shapes in with like a lighter color pencil beforehand is gonna be the thing that makes it easier for you when it's time to actually color it in. Do you ship to the UK? I will have broader distribution come the fall. Right now we're still pretty local with US base. There are like a few places in the UK that have been able to place orders. So if you go to the site, you'll be able to see if we ship to you, but we don't have much coverage out there. My son's is, oops, I missed it. My son's is only under his nose and smile lines, elbows, and hands. Yeah, that's what I was observing when I was looking at the references, is a lot of it starts like right in the mouth area and the hands, I've noticed. So that's very interesting. And also, like, anyone can develop vitiligo at any time, like it's spontaneous. So like one day, you know, we could wake up with it, like a little spot, and then it grows sometimes it doesn't. It's very interesting. Yes, I use Procreate. For this page, I just used the chocolate Olo for the darker complexion, and then I used a Copic marker for the lighter complexions in the color Cotton Pearl. So, Olo doesn't have like a ton of browns, I don't think. But the browns that they do have, I quite like. I do enjoy. They have what you need to be able to get a good variety of skin tones through layering and everything. So, get her little boho pieces together. I think I'm just gonna do a dark brow, not a red brow. Will I be repurchasing? That's a good question. There are a couple colors on there that were not in my little kit, but they were sold out. And if I can snag some of those, I will definitely. I don't know if I would buy a whole set, but I would definitely buy singles. There's a lot of colors in here that I probably won't use that often. But they have some, like, their light colors are really nice. They had some light blues that I really wanted. So I'll probably snatch some of those up. But it seemed like they were low on inventory when I was looking at the site. So I still have to email them. If they watched my last video, then they already saw that I outed that one marker for betraying me in front of my friends. Hey, Mimi girl. Coloring TikTok is all over my feed. I want to buy markers, but I don't know which ones. I actually did a whole YouTube video breaking down all of my favorites and why I love them. But the TLDR, I would say start with Cali Art markers on Amazon. CALIART. That's like the most affordable alcohol-based marker that I've tried and approved. You can start with a set of colors that tickle your fancy, colors that you're attracted to. There's no right or wrong answer. Make sure you get some skin tones. You're good to go. You ain't gotta worry about it. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, so just as a refresher, that was Red Rose by Ohuhu. Now I'm gonna come in with Ohuhu Garnet. Garnet. And I'm going to add in our depth. So I'm going to start by adding in some shading, just so we can get some understanding visually of what's happening here. What's going over what. And then we'll come in and start defining the locks. This is more so the color that we're gonna have as the overall color. This is kind of like the undertone, the underpainting, if you will. Yeah, Ohuhu is constantly sold out these days. And they're a little more expensive. But I feel like they have a little more ink in the barrel. They last a little longer. Alright. And we don't want to cover the raspberry color completely. We want that to peek through a little bit. But we don't want it to be too vibrant. I'm just kind of using a flicking motion from the outside in. Let's see. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to buy the color pencils, the Ohuhu color pencils. Are they out? I keep forgetting to look. For some reason, I'm not like super excited about them. So it's not getting me like jazzed up to go take a look-see, you know. They're $44. How many comes in a pack? I gotta watch like a review or something on them. I guess that's kind of my job. I'm the one that's supposed to be reviewing it, huh? I'm like, wow, I'm gonna wait for one of y'all to tell me if I should get it. That's kind of what I'm here for. I guess I'll grab them. All right, I'll test them out. 72, okay. Skin tones in there? If it don't got skin tones, that's gonna piss me off. Oh, oil-based. Yeah, where did you come from, Chris? That's a good question. Well, hello there. She jumped right in, clocked in, got to work. You have questions, Chris has answers. Alright. Scooch over. Just in the cut. I feel you. Sometimes that's all you need, is to just be in the cut. Alright, scooch Put you back this way. Michael's been watching like all the episodes of That's So Raven. He started with Raven's Home, like the reboot where Raven is the parent, and now he's on to That's So Raven. And then he wants to watch Corey in the House or whatever her little brother show is. But today was the episode where Raven was trying to get a job at the local boutique, and the lady was like, I don't hire black people. And they did like a whole expose on the news for the for that lady. I was like, see this back in the day, they was teaching the real lessons. When Raven had that vision of the lady saying, I don't hire black people, Michael's jaw dropped. He was like, what? I was like, yup. He couldn't believe it. I was like, see? And it was still a funny episode. It was still creative, but it talked about real issues. Such a good episode. Rewatching it, I'm just like, yeah, Raven, you knew what you was doing with this, okay? You were that girl. TV had the conversations for our parents, and they had to do that work. Hello. It started it up right on up for me. I was like, okay, cool. Because he said, I'm like, stuff like this really does happen, and that's why mommy works so hard to make sure that black women are represented, because this is something that has been historically happening for a long time, and it's important that we do our best to make our voices heard. He said, yeah, because that is messed up. I didn't pry too much into it because he's still young, and a lot of that innocence is still there, and it protects him. So over time, we have to have these conversations a lot younger than other people, but we're not there yet. Little by little. Little by little. I'm just really letting my wrist game flick, because my eyes are starting to cross with all these locks. Thank you. All right. Scooch you back over here. Maybe I'll do this color for her brows. Seems like it's deep enough. These ones I'm going to do in shadow because they're kind of like behind her. And then start to lighten them up. Alright. cute, cute. Oh, let me see how I like this. I can always go darker if I hate it. Oh, it's cute. Okay, I need a darker color to do a little bit more shading. Okay, use this one. I need a connector because I can't use this little shrimp marker. Gonna connect this to a red color so that I can hold on to it better. Okay, so I'm gonna come in. This is the Olo marker in the color Amaranth, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of deepening in some of these shadows. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm trying to do as much as I can before I hit it up with color pencil. Yes, this is my own illustration. I am the artiste and the colorer. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, I have 9 different coloring books. I've been making coloring books for a couple of years now, which is crazy to me. It feels like we all just met in the club last week. Turns out I've been knowing y'all for years. How about that? Yeah, I think when I first started coloring on here, I think Michael was only 5 years old. He was a kindergartner. Oh my God. Now he's a grown man, a tax-paying citizen. No teeth, but tons of opinions. It's wild. Now you're afraid of coloring. That is a common phenomenon. That is a common phenomenon. But there's nothing to be scared of. Because the thing is, you can always fix it. You can always fix it. There's not near one mistake that can't be corrected back to a good spot. It might not be what you had envisioned, but you could get it back to a good spot. Sometimes you gotta make some creative decision making. But it's not a lost cause. You know? Like when we had to give that one lady, what was her name? With the red cornrows and the leather top, we had to give her a tattoo. A cover-up tattoo for our crimes. I forgot. I have my drink here. My favorite page that I colored is my bald girl in volume 8. I have her right here handy. This is my favorite page that I've ever colored. Like, I just look at it like, wow. Wow. And my marker died on this page too. Yes, we did name her Jada. Oh my gosh, Chris, excellent memory. So this is my favorite. This whole book, come on. Like, come on. This. We just did so much. Even the gradient here, the way that I did the gradient last time in the Valentine's Day book, I've improved so much. Because this had me stressed. Come on, Storm. Eat 'em up. Eat 'em up. This was our Zen tangle. Not a lot of Zen, a whole lot of tangle. Okay, Watermelon Drea. This is our Ivy Park. Viewer's choice incomplete. Then we got Miss Whitney. I ripped the page out by accident. Then we got Bubblicious here. Then we got Miss Mama's, our Valentine's Day page. We did this a couple weeks ago now. Then we got our All Blue Earth thing. Yeah, we had Tony Houston. Then we got Jocelyn. Do it like it's your B-Day. She's next. She's next up. Puerto Rican princess. That whole book is my fave. The whole thing. 8 down. 8 down. That book convinced me I really do know how to color. In case I didn't know, that book reinforced it. Sometimes I get a little imposter syndrome. Very ghetto. Very real. All right. Let's do these little charms in our hair really quick. I was gonna try and do rose gold. Bree, are you in here? How do I color rose gold for her charms? If it looks too hard, I ain't doing it. How the hell am I supposed to do that? I'm looking at a swatch. I don't know too much about that. I think I'm gonna just try something. I think you need a light copper. Do I have that? What number is that? Is that the name, or are you saying that a color that is like a light copper? Stomach growling and everything. I have a nice base color, and then I could go from there. Because I have this pinkish vanilla. That's the name of it. Pinkish vanilla. She sounds like she might be a good base for me. With maybe like a shadow pink. I'm looking at this Pantone color. You know, the iPad glitches on the screen. Because I think I can come in with like more like brown, bronzy kind of tones and colored pencil on top. But I trust you to figure out. Yes, I shall. Copic rose salmon. Oh, I don't want to have rose salmon. I don't got that. I don't got that. The tea rose is too orange. I think I'm gonna try this as the base color, this pinkish vanilla. Because a gold marker is gonna make it too gold. So, do I want these to be that too? No. I'm scared about this thing. I was gonna try and scrub it out. Oh, that kind of worked. Magic. Okay. So that's pinkish vanilla. Let that dry. Okay. That was Ohuhu pinkish vanilla in R192. Then I'm gonna come in with shadow pink. And put that along the edges. Not a real difference in color there, buddy. Alright, I should have made sure I had some pencils that did what they needed to do before I even did all that. I need like mauvey tones. This is Cinnamon by Faber-Castell, the Polychromos. And I'm using the color pencil along the outer edge because this is kind of like a brownie pink, a mauvey kind of color. It's not cinnamon at all. If your cinnamon is this color, put it back. You hear me? Put it back. Okay. That's the Faber-Castell Polychromos in Cinnamon. Okay, and then I want to put like a little something along the edge. Something maybe like this kind of color to like bring those coppery tones in. And this is Faber-Castell Sanguine. Any of y'all know how to read? All right. And then I'm going to come in the center. R242 for the base with Prisma's Peach and Henna. Ooh, R242. R242. I'm looking through. I see a lot of R's over there. R. Do I not have R242? Oh, grayish cherry. Interesting. I would have never thought to do that. Never ever. You're coloring in volume 3. Yes. Love that. Why do I not even know what color henna is in the Prismacolor? Like, there's nothing coming up for me with that in my head. Rose gold is like not a real color, which is why I struggle with those kinds of metallics, because it's like everyone has a version of rose gold. Like what I envision for rose gold is not necessarily what someone else envisions for rose gold. Now I struggled with that, but I feel like this is my version of rose gold. Like it looks rose gold to me. If y'all don't think it look rose gold, then I don't know the day. It's like a pinkish gold kind of color. Some people it leans more copper, some people it leans more rose, you know. As long as it's cute, am I right? Am I right? Okay. Let me find my white Sharpie. Not you too good for Crayola. Crayola, I'm not too good for it, but they're not in the ideal rotation at this point in time. There's one color, a deep rose color, that they have, that every time I pick it up, I'm like, oh, Crayola, who let you in here? But it's a beautiful color. I just can't get them to blend the way that my other pencils blend. So it's like, the color is one thing. I love the color, but I can't make it breathe, stretch, shake, let it go, you know? All right, I'm gonna scrub out that little imperfection. Lovely. So that's the combo. So the combo I'm using is Pinkish Vanilla R192. I'm just gonna fill these in. These actually came in a skin tone set that I bought by accident that were fine and chisel. So I don't know if it's in the brush tip pack as well, but that's where I got this one. I know because it's shaped like a Copic. It's like one of the flat ones. And I know exactly when I bought these. And I was pissed. I said, what the hell is this? Ain't nobody ordered this, Otis? Then I looked at my receipt. I said, I sure did. Rookie mistake. So, first Pinkish Vanilla. The light tea rose that I put, not light tea rose, the shadow pink that I put in the corner, it didn't really feel like it did anything. Like, it's not really giving us anything. I'm gonna do it for continuity, but y'all can skip this one. It's not really adding anything. It's just giving dust. Yes, give us nothing. That's what it's doing. But we love business continuity around here. I would hate for these ones to turn out differently because I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Now, I'm coming in with cinnamon. No. Yeah, cinnamon on the sides. This is Faber-Castell Polychromos. Gold question mark asterisk. I didn't see the first part of your question. I just see the gold. I can't find the other comment that was attached to. Alright, and I'm just pushing it towards the center but leaving that center open. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, Tati. Alright. This is still cinnamon for Polychromos. I'll probably do the hoops. This, I don't know actually. I do not know. The cinnamon kind of eats down Faber-Castell. Okay. All right. What do I do with my pages? I turn the page and I start a new one. That's pretty much it. I like to keep my books intact so I don't pull them out or frame them or anything. All right, coming in with sanguine. These utensils be trying to make me sound like I don't know how to read, and I take offense to that. I would like to say I completely understand how Carisha Dashe came in and took over, okay? You feel me, you hear me, you see me, okay? She is the moment. Been that girl, still that girl, forever will be that girl. Carisha Dashe don't play. We're talking about Karen Dash color pencils. I call her Carisha Dashe because she does not play. She does not play. Karen Dash came into my life and said, "These are my coloring books now." I said, "That's a bet. It's yours, baby girl. What can I do to make your stay more comfortable? Okay? Can I get you a cold drink?" What you want, baby? Put your feet up. Stay a while. Okay. Then I came in with burnt ochre 10% down the center. It's me remembering what I actually did for me. All eyes on me. Hello. And the eyes were on her indeed. Put a little of Karen Dash chestnut right along those outer edges as well. Definitely main character. She said, "Okay, you had your fun with those other color pencils, but I'm here now, okay? And you know where home is." And do be telling my Prismacolors like, "Hey, I gotta get back home." But it was really great seeing you though. It was. Stay blessed, okay? I'ma head out. How you doing? Alright. Now, you got a list of what you need to complete the set. You gonna start picking them off one by one? Or you gonna send it to your man? See, people be having their man pay for their hair and nails. No, I got that. You pay for these art supplies, okay? That's a way bigger bill, okay? I need you to handle that. I got the hair and nails. That ain't nothing compared to these Karen Dash that you need to pick up, okay? You're in for a... See, and you say, you know what, babe? I'll do my nails this week. If you could just pick up a few art supplies for me, you be like, no problem. Art supplies. How bad could it be? Then he gonna get that little receipt and be shook. Start playing the Law and Order music. You gotta take the art supplies and run. Snatch them and run. Okay? Before you hear the dun dun, you gotta be gone. Cause he gonna be upset. You saw that video of the girl coming in with all those packages? She tried to back out the door because her man was standing at the door waiting for her. And she had come in with big old boxes. She opened the boxes. It was the 320 set of a hoo-hoo. I said, that's my girl. That's my girl. I support you, sis. I support you. She tried to back out like, ooh, wrong house. No. He said, come back. Come back. It was a setup. I don't approve. I finished watching all the episodes of Harlem. I wonder if they knew this was going to be the last season because everything just wrapped up. Like, I'm just happy they didn't give like cliffhangers or anything, and then come to find out they're not coming back. Everything finished, tied up neatly in a bow. You know where everyone stands. No questions. I do like that. And honestly, there was like really not much more they could give us, you know. When you divide the payments, hello. If I can split it in 4, I will. Okay? If I can split it in 4, I will. I was talking about Harlem. Alright. I am gonna do this little crisscrossy the same. I thought I was gonna do something else, but continuity. Scrub this. The fact that you can use alcohol markers to like basically erase another color, that'd be blowing minds. Each and every time. Each and every time. Alright, so again, the rundown. Pinkish vanilla is the base color. I come in with shadow pink. That's optional. It's really giving us actual dust, but that is what I did here. Then I come on top with this color. This is called Cinnamon by Faber-Castell. If you find a color that's like this kind of peachy mauve kind of color. Then in the most outer edge, I came in with Chestnut by Karen Dash. So this kind of dusty brown. Down the center of it, 10% ochre. It's like a peachy nude base down the center. Hit it with a white colored pencil. And then Sharpie acrylic paint pen for the brightest highlights. That is the combo for the accessories. Alright. These little strings are not necessarily shiny, so I don't know if I'll hit it up with the brightest whites. And just take it from there. I'm not trying to do too much with these little pieces. All right. Oh, I forgot sanguine. That's very important. Thank you, Brie. That's what makes it look coppery looking. It was sitting on the other side, trying to trick me. Hey, Nadia girl. I didn't even see you in here the first time. You was in the cut. Thank you, Bree. And then ignore everybody else, LOL. I did. Thank you, Tevin, for the paper Drake. Tevin's in here. That's the real artist. Hey, don't be watching me with my little color pencil scraps. Hey, we gotta move on from the color pencils. It's too much pressure. Came in and sat there. Hi to Victoria's sister. All right, I think I'm gonna do the earrings the same. Again, for continuity, and because I don't want it to clash. I don't want to have too much going on. Not right now. Leaving that little negative space for the shine. And this is pinkish vanilla. All right, I'm not doing shadow pink. She's wasting our time. So I'm gonna come in with cinnamon again. Listen, Chris, the bullet nib was an accidental purchase, okay? It upsets me every time I use it. It did come in handy just now, though. I can't lie. It sure did. It came right on time. I need to tighten this sharpener. And I have a little tiny screwdriver that'll fit perfectly in there, and I left it downstairs. I took it out the drawer and everything. Just to leave it on the counter. One of these days, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to start something, and I'm going to finish it. I'm going to get that screwdriver out the drawer, and I'm going to come right upstairs. And I'm going to do what I need to do. One of these days. Not today, though. It's late. Not this time. I'm trying to not be in your way. Let me scoot you down some. Maybe tomorrow, right? Right. Maybe tomorrow. Tying the sharpener, really interesting. Yeah, so there's a screw in here. So let me show y'all, put y'all on game. Okay. So there's a screw, two, because there's two openings. And as you use it, sometimes it loosens up this screw and the blade starts to get a little wiggly and it's not as good of a sharpen. So you tighten it down a little bit and then it will sharpen it extra good, like brand new. And most of them have that. Let me see. So this is my Statler one and it has the screws in there. So you just tighten those screws and it sharpens brand new. Hey, get your little crumbs out of here. All right. I lost track. Now we're on to sanguine. So if you ever like use your sharpener and it feels like it's like not gripping it that well, you probably just gotta tighten that screw a little bit. Same with scissors. If you're using scissors and it feels like it's like not gripping the paper the way it needs to, try tighten the screw. You ain't seen my little fan brush before, Mary? She makes many appearances. So I don't drag the stuff down the page. I've learned my lesson. How many sharpeners have I thrown away? Hello. Perfectly good sharpeners that just needed a little tune-up. Just a little tune-up. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this is pretty. I like you. I like you. We have a lot of Marys as coconuts, I've noticed. So whenever I say Mary, there's about 17 of y'all saying yes. There's lots of Marys and lots of Brees. Which I don't know a Mary or a Bree in real life. But in the club, everybody named Mary or Bree. All right. What do I want to do right now? It's almost time to kick y'all out. So let's just do a little color pencil work until we get tired. Till I hang up on you. Hey, Hannah girl. I was wondering where you were. Working, being a boss lady. All right, so I'm gonna put some of these away. Or I could do this. The sweater is gonna be too time consuming. Boom, boom. All right. I need a colored pencil. You know what would work well? Maybe a Posca color. Maybe, Tuscan red might be deep enough. Nope, not dark enough. Not dark enough. I might have to come in with a dark purple to get the depth I need. I don't want to do the eyeshadow yet because I don't have enough brain cells to make that kind of executive decision at this time. You know how that goes. You know how that goes. So I'm just trying to get in where I fit in. Okay, that's cute. All right. This is called Perylene Brown by Karen Dash. This is from the Luminance collection. And we're just gonna come in and start defining these locks and giving them the definition that they deserve. I'm not hanging up yet though, so don't fret. We'll get a few more things tied up. So I'm just doing the same motion that I did with the markers, but with the pencil, I'm really trying to kind of fuzz them up a little bit on the edges to add texture so they don't seem so smooth, you know? Okay. And then I'm gonna come through in the middle with this pink color to kind of brighten it up a little bit, add a little dimension. We don't want bright white, so I'm kind of filling in some of those white spots as well. And you see the difference that makes between this and the rest of them. Just magnificent. I might hit just a little white down the middle. And it's just gonna kind of blend in with that pink we just put down. Stunning. And just for like a little added shadow at the root, along some of the sides, very lightly coming in with black, just to define it just in certain spots. We don't want to get too happy with black, but it just makes it a little crispier, okay? You guys see the difference? I know you do. I know you do. All right. So now that I have my color combos, thank you for the follows. If you're not following me already, make sure you do. If you're already following me here, make sure you follow me somewhere else as well, because this app is not stable. We don't know what's going on. So don't get left in the dust, okay? Because I shall continue to rise. Do you want to be there, yes or no? Okay, follow me somewhere else too. Thank you. All right. Coming in. And I'm going to start picking up the pace because we got bills due in the morning, okay? We got things to do. I'm always missing. What'd you miss? What'd you miss? You just got here? So looking good, looking good. Tik Tok is on her way somewhere. I don't know. Alright. Coming in. Going down the center. And I'm using these curved C shapes to really define the tubular shape of each lock. You know, you don't want to come super straight. You want to follow the curve that you're trying to define. I'm really just focusing this in the center of the lock. 1111, make a wish. Thank you, Melanie. Again, lightly taking black, going right into this cast shadow. I'm not doing too much with the black. I just want to define it and have a little more contrast in certain parts. Thank you guys for the gifts. So y'all got Cowboy Carter tickets, or I didn't even fight. I don't know. I wanted to do it, and then I saw people who were like 87,000th in line. I was like, yeah. But I don't have that in me. I just didn't. I can't. 86,500 people in front of me. Damn. But an hour and 15 is not that bad for 87,000 to be ahead of you. That's actually not bad. That's a lot. I'm just gonna have to live vicariously through everybody else, I think. The other thing is Mr. Coco didn't really seem like he wanted to go, and my other friends are not. Well, I could ask Kelly. I don't have any like real Beyonce fans in my group. It's lonely out here. Raggedy's low-key a hater, so I can't go with her. I should just go by myself. Just like every other Beyonce event ever, maybe one day at some point in my life. I know. I'm still hurt that I didn't go to Renaissance. That's what really is making me feel like I should figure something out. I went to On the Run. And that was quite enjoyable. But I don't know if I'll ever forgive myself for not going to Renaissance. I couldn't go. I could not go. I was working at Klarna still. I was doing the lives and Coco Michelle full time. I had just like moved into the house not long ago. Or no, I was moving. Yeah, I didn't have money to play around with that stuff. I couldn't make it happen. It was gonna cost me too much, you know? It was gonna cost more than the ticket price, you feel me? So I had to make an executive decision. 11:16, as soon as I looked up. I think we're done here. I think we're done here. My eyes are getting heavy. And I'm thinking about a nice hot shower, you know? You know, you get those vibes. Yeah. Then good night. I'm just playing. All right, guys. So I'll be back here tomorrow. I might like finish doing the locks off camera just so that when we meet up tomorrow, we can move on to the shadow sweater in the background. I know I want to do some like every other be like a glitter stripe. So that would be fun. So we'll have a lot to do tomorrow. So I'll kind of get us caught up so that we can like finish her tomorrow. Okay? Thank you guys. Oh my god, I don't have my ring on. I forgot to take my rings off. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'll see you back here tomorrow, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. I love you. Good night.